day together, but we will try to make it as beautiful as could be. Okay? This is what I always try my best to do. Please, timing is very important in this tour, so please follow my instructions when I say 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and all of that. And I hope everything will go just fine. So everybody, since you are inside Bethlehem, and that's the first place that we will be visiting on this wall, but on the way down to go to the church or to get to the main street, we will be seeing one, and when we see it, I will tell you about it. I will point it out. Okay? So please, it's now 8:32. Please, 8:42. Let's be back on the bus. I forgot something. If you walk down the hill that way for like 70-80 meters, you will find also a hotel called the Walled-Off Hotel. That hotel was also founded by Banksy inside Bethlehem in the year 2017, 2 years ago. We can only see it from the outside, take some pictures, because the hotel is closed for visitors until 10:30. Okay? So 10 minutes please, and come back. The bus is staying here. Thank you.
The son of my suffering. You guys remember the story of Rachel? Yes. Good. Now, my friends, Bethlehem is very old city. 5,000 years old city, my friends. It is first mentioned 1,400 years ago before Christ. Before Christ.
For those who are interested in the Banksy art, at this intersection, when we get to this intersection, look to your left and you will see a dove with a bulletproof vest on the wall, painted on the wall of this painting, on the wall of this building. You can see it to your left. Yes, that's, as far as I know, that's a Banksy original painting. Since the day it was painted here, I've always heard that this was a Banksy painting, original one. So this is one of the Banksy paintings you can see in Bethlehem City.
Sino nag-post? Saan yan nakapost?
So everybody, your tour in Bethlehem
Labo naman ako nun.
is supposed to be like this. To visit the church and do some shopping for souvenirs at a local handicraft souvenir shop. Since the shop is on our way and it's easier for the driver to stop at the shop first before heading to the church, this is what we will be doing. We will be stopping at a local handicraft souvenir shop before heading to the Church of the Nativity. Over there we will be spending around like 30 minutes. This is what we usually spend. You will not need more than that. Don't hesitate. If you find something you like, take it, buy it. Bethlehem is known as the source of souvenirs when we talk about the tourism industry in the country. Most of the souvenirs you find around the country are made in Bethlehem, especially when we talk about olive wood carvings. And Bethlehem is also a city famous for its mother of pearl handicrafts. So these are interesting things to get from Bethlehem. Of course, Christmas is near. You can get also Christmas ornaments. And you know, the ones who are famous for these handicrafts are the Christians of Bethlehem. Since hundreds and hundreds of years, the Christians of Bethlehem have been famous for these works, this profession, and until this day, this is the profession still practiced by the Christians of Bethlehem. Look from here to your left, there's a beautiful panoramic view of the Judean desert from Bethlehem, since we are in the mountains. You can see a lot from here. Of course, if the sky or if the view was clear, not that hazy, you would see the mountains of Jordan from here actually. The elevation of Bethlehem is around 800 meters above sea level. 800 meters above sea level. And Bethlehem is only located 8 kilometers away from the city center of Jerusalem, or the old city of Jerusalem. The population of the city is around 40,000 inhabitants. But Bethlehem is also a district of 200,000 inhabitants. What's special about Bethlehem when we talk about the population in the West Bank? You know, the population in the West Bank is only mixed between Muslims and Christians. Christians are less than 1% of the West Bank population. But the special thing about Bethlehem is that in Bethlehem is where you find 15% of this 1%. The majority of Christians in the country is concentrated in Bethlehem district. Okay, as I told you, we will be spending around 30 minutes at the shop. Don't hesitate. Again, what you need to know is that people here use the same currency as in Israel, Israeli shekel. That's the currency also used.
Soccer, no, eh? Whoa.
Ang grupo na nasamahan natin.
Tandaan mo.
Pangalan?
616.
Yan, dito mura ang mga nagtinda. Ano ba yan?
Binigyan kita ng oras.
Kapag daw 30 minutes ang pila, okay lang. Kapag daw isang oras na 2 oras, hindi na raw okay. Hindi na papasukin, hindi na papahit pumasok. Ito yung pinakalimang simbahan.
This is still the line to enter the church. There is surely a bigger line, a longer line inside. Okay? But anyway, of course, the church of the Nativity. I told you it's the oldest building in the city of Bethlehem, 1,500 years old, built by Emperor Justinian in the 6th century on the ruins of a previous church. Come closer, there is space. Sir, the 4th century. But why the church is built here, I told you, because of the cave under the church, which is believed to be the place where Jesus was born. Of course. Yes. Yes. All these stones that you see are from the 6th century, from Emperor Justinian's church. Of course, when we go inside, I will speak about a few decorations that were added in later times. The building of the church is only this building. To my right, to your left, this is the roof.
Yes, that's true. How we know? You know. It's mentioned in the Bible.
Alinlangan ko yung nasa likod natin. Malalaman natin.
Bethlehem something has happened to you.
Buildings of monasteries,
In the Roman period,
monasteries of different denominations.
Jesus was born.
For example, if you look to my right, to your left, there is this building. On the top of the building, there is that's from the Byzantine era. In the Crusade era, the entrance was made with the shape of an arch, and later in the Turk Ottoman period, the entrance was made this small. There's a story behind that. I will tell you about it inside. Okay? Please. If anybody's wearing a hat, remove it. Nobody's wearing a hat. If anybody's wearing sunglasses, remove them also. And watch your heads while entering the church. Let's go.
Kaya mo yan, Nay?
We will enter from the small door. It was big. The first one, it was big. So it was closed 3 times. One first time it was closed by Justinian, 6th century.
Sorry, guys.
Tebok.
Second by the
Tebok.
Crusader.
Thank you very much. Okay, everybody. You can see that the place is crowded. As I told you, whether you come at 7 in the morning or you come at 6 in the evening, the place is crowded always at this period of the year. This is the high season of the country. Right here, like 5:30, quarter to 6, and the church is about to close. They let them inside, but they close the door and the ones that are inside stay inside until they get to visit, but nobody from outside enters after the closing time. Okay? Sometimes groups stay here 4 hours or even 5 hours in line. Once I waited 4 hours, 15 minutes here with an Italian group. They were all Catholics, and they only came to Bethlehem for half a day just to see the church, so they had plenty of time to wait in line. Okay. We are inside the Church of the Nativity. Was visited by the first Christians as the birthplace of Jesus, until the year 132 after Jesus, after Christ, when Emperor Adrian, who was a Roman emperor, an extreme Roman emperor, did not like it how people started going to a different religion or worshipping a different god from the Roman gods. He came here and told his people, the Roman soldiers, cover the place with rubble, build a Roman temple here, and place a statue of the Roman god Adonis exactly on top of the cave. The cave was covered. The statue was above the cave. He wanted to cover the place. He did not want people, he wanted people to stop from coming to this place and visiting and worshipping a different god from the Roman god. Actually, what he did was he made it a landmark. He made it a landmark. Everybody knew that where the temple is, under the temple is where Jesus was born. Until Emperor Constantine and his mother, Queen Helena, came here, they asked the locals, where is the place? The locals were under the Roman temple. When they removed all this rubble, they found a cave, and that's where they built the church, on the same location or on top of the cave, but they left the cave open for people to come and see. The first church was built by Emperor Constantine, and Queen Helena was built around 1,700 years ago. The first church was destroyed when the Samaritans rebelled against the Byzantines in the 6th, 5th and the 6th centuries. They destroyed the church, the first church of the Nativity, and that's why the church was rebuilt by Emperor Constantine. Even though we have a lot of olive woods here, but they were trying to find a wood that is harder to get and stronger even than olive wood, which was cedar wood, one of the finest types of wood you can find around the world. This is what they decorated the ceiling with. So inside the cave, what do people see? People go down like 15 steps to get down to the cave, which can fit around 80 people.
Bus here. Please, bus. Bus here.
More specific in the
Hello,
true
hello,
Ottoman
number
period.
10.
Okay? Now, I will try to cross with the group and see the mosaic floor. The Armenians, then we will try and go to the Catholic Church that is built outside. And the Catholic Church also has a part of the cave under it. And if we get to enter to the other side and see the cave, for us, it's like seeing this side of the cave. Because before the church was built, this part and that part were one cave until Queen Helena divided them in two halves. Okay? At least we get to see something if we are lucky. Okay? If you follow me in this direction. My group this way.
Oh, mosaic.
You would have gone down when he carried the heavy thing. So the grotto, the tomb of the bird, is divided between the master
mosaic
floor.
You can see
Start the danger, and behind we have it under the Catholic with some figures in. So the grotto is big enough, speaking about as a grotto, but the piece underneath the church is small.
31 years old. I was 4 years old, yes. Now, you know, there's
Picturean mo kami dito na ano, may mga mo.
especially in the West Bank, and more people people are coming, because when people, before they come here, they have this
Video pala.
archaeological site.
Ay, mag-8 classes pa. Let's tell
The cloister that connects between the Basilica of the Nativity and the Catholic Church of Nativity, which is also called the Church of Saint Catherine in Bethlehem, named after Saint Catherine of Alexandria, who in the 4th century was killed by the Romans because she was calling, or she founded, a convent in the Sinai Desert in Egypt at a time when Christianity was prohibited. And she was executed for doing so. That was in the 4th century. She never lived here. The church is only named after her to honor her. Okay?